also have that single mutation like you had with the first two examples. Also introduce a stop codon, which is going to destroy the function of your protein, and that's that nonsense mutation. Okay, so to go over these are the questions that I'd had from the beginning. So gene expression is that process of going from DNA and transcribing it into RNA. So DNA is transcribed into RNA using by an enzyme called RNA polymerase, and then translating the RNA into protein using the ribosome and the tRNAs to read the triplet codons to translate your RNA into the growing protein chain. We talked about the central dogma, which is just DNA to RNA to protein, which is a transfer of information. Talked about the components involved in transcription, RNA polymerase, making the complementary mRNA, translation, translating RNA into protein with the ribosome and the tRNA. We talked about the bonds that are involved with transcription, which are the hydrogen bonds between the complementary RNA and DNA nucleotides, and then covalent bonds linking the growing RNA chain together. The bonds involved with translation. So there are covalent bonds linking the amino acid to the tRNA. There are hydrogen bonds between the tRNA and the mRNA that allow the correct amino acid to be brought into the ribosome. And then covalent bonds between the growing amino acid chain, connecting the amino acids together. And then we've talked about what happens when things go wrong. So if there are changes in the DNA sequence, how the RNA sequence is affected, and then how the protein is affected. So could be silent, so no changes. Could be a small change in a sense, changing a single amino acid could be something big, could be something small. And then frame shift and nonsense mutations, so changing the reading frame often introduces a stop codon, or introducing a stop codon prematurely will, of course, make a non-functional protein. So that's gene expression going from DNA to RNA to protein. And you have a virtual lab to do on HIV, so it's, we'll go now. We'll let you go a little bit early so you can work on the virtual lab from home or a computer lab or something.
So before you go.
Oh. Why'd you let me tell them they could go?
You told them they will be able to go.
Oh, you will be able to go.
But not until 4:15.
So for those of you who are interested in going on the